Distance race coming up for race number 8. It's over the 2,000 metres, not the longest race we run on Sunday, but the feature over 2,400 metres. Champion Supreme raced a 3 wide over 2,000 2 starts ago and kept finding. London Hall, the 5 horse, Love Sha Tin 2,000, 2 wins and 2 placings from his 4 starts. Ensemble picked up a deserved maiden win last time, goes up £3 and up to 2,000 metres also. Defining Moment into Class 3 on impressive back-to-back wins. Joe stays on board. God of Dragon drawn to lead and winner at his only appearance over this trip at Sha Tin. Champion Supreme and Clement Legend, Tom, they've been to Chungva.
Yeah, having a look at the speed here, won't be a lot of speed in it. Beauty Happy, now they completely changed the tactics with him last time out and went forward. He'd been racing back, but it was start number 6. He's done nothing and they decided to try something else. The alternate pace in the race, potentially London Hall, if Beauty Happy doesn't decide to go forward this week. God of Dragon, he's got a solid pace profile. Ensemble should settle in. Defining Moment, Clement Legend on the next line. Charity Go is the horse that's likely to be at the back.
Here he is too, Charity Go, right on cue. Likely to go back, as you mentioned. Did run third behind Ensemble his last start. He's a very fit horse and he goes nicely. There's no pressure on him though. You can see just having a waltz down the back straight. Ensemble's going well. He's a last start winner. Always threatened to do that. Had been placed on numerous occasions. Then did come out and win nicely at his last start, beating Blastoise. So it was a good win and he hasn't taken a backward step either. Defining Moment, another one who's really improved recently. He's won his last 2,000 metres. Doesn't look a problem for him with Joe Moreira aboard. So he goes comfortably in his work.
A good race this one over the 2,000 metres. Good Omen's last start, Tom, was at Happy Valley. He runs a 6th here over the 1,650.
I don't think he's the worst here. He's come up with plenty of support in the market as well, but it's a fairly even market. He's 5.8 at the moment, Good Omen. Douglas White, he was a tad slow away, but like the way he ran on between runners here over the final stages. His last win came off 81. He's on a mark of 72, has won course and distance, so we're just like the way he was finding the line there.
Yeah, it was a nice run from him, and he has run well at both Happy Valley and Sha Tin. Yeah, the interesting market, as you mentioned, only one horse in double figures in this race.
Clement Legend at 24. Now, London Hall also comes from Happy Valley last time, Paul. Back from 2,200 of this race to 2,000 on Sunday.
Very fit horse, this horse. And look, he's won twice over 2,000 metres. The last 2 times he was here at Sha Tin. So he does go better at Sha Tin. Wasn't a bad run here over the 2,200 metres. Got a little bit tired late. But look, I think coming back here looks ideal for him as well.
Yeah, I really like him here as well. London Hall, I best betted him on that night as well, that he was beaten by Happy Sebring. And I think if there's no Beauty Happy up the front, he can potentially dictate from there. But he's one of the big players in the race.
Ensemble's a last start winner. This race was over 1,800 metres. He was beaten 2 starts ago, but sent out favourite in this race, Tom.
He thoroughly deserved this win too. To Ensemble, he'd been knocking on the door, won this race by 3/4 of a length over Blastoise. Joe Moreira was on board for that run. It's Chad Schofield. Joe riding Defining Moment here. Charity Go wasn't bad on this occasion. They actually rode him further forward last time out, but the speed map there had him going back. Champion Supreme, 2,000 metres, I think maybe the bit of a question mark there with him. He looked quite one pace, so whether he'll see out a strong 2,000 metres, I'm not sure.
Yeah, good run there from Ensemble. He did win the race nicely, and look, he looks a major player, no doubt.
Defining Moment, Paul Casper's got this horse absolutely trucking. 1,600 and 1,800 metre wins at his last 2. He arrives in Class 3.
Yeah, and it looks further the better. I think he's arrived at 2,000 metres here in Class 3 at the right time. His last 2 wins have both been pretty strong. He had to switch off heels a couple of times and won really nicely. I thought it was a good win, this one in particular, from him. He has been placed over the 2,000 before. He's the one I'm going to go with.
Form stacks up okay. Good Days was sent out favourite Wednesday night at Happy Valley, but wasn't able to prevail. But the horse that ran 3rd in that race was Gala Night. He was able to prevail. So I think Defining Moment, he's going really nicely at the moment.
You're with him to make it 3 in a row then, Paul?
Yeah, I am. He's on top, Defining Moment. I think he can complete the hat-trick here. From Ensemble has been very consistent. London Hall likewise. And I'll put Champion Supreme in. I think 2,000 would be okay for him. He's barrier 4. He can get a nice sack run in just behind. 8, 6, 5 and 2.
Sticking with London Hall here, horse number 5, Vincent Ho, jumping on board for David Hall. Really good effort last time out. Prior to that, had won 2 in a row, and he is 2 from 4 course and distance. So 5 to beat 8, Defining Moment. Ensemble goes in. I think certainly a watch on Good Omen. I think he's getting close to doing something. Matthew Chadwick and Douglas White. 5, 8, 6 and 3.
Paul with the 8, Tom with the 5. That is race number 8 previewed here on Racing to Win. We've got 3 to look at. Race number 9 is up next.